Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very highly requested video and it is how to get ahead in classes for like college, university. If you guys have seen my planner setup for school, I briefly talk about how I get ahead in school by like a week, maybe 2 weeks. If I can. So if you guys didn't know, I am currently getting my master's in school counseling and I'm taking it all completely online. And my classes, they are 8-week courses. So it's kind of accelerated, but I kind of like that because I can move on through this program quickly, but also I can, you know, take my time with it. So with my school, you're considered a full-time student if you take 3 classes, which is like 9 credits a semester. You can take the classes either, you can take all 3 classes at that same time, or you can stagger it, like start in January, the next class in February, and the next class in March, whatever. It's actually pretty flexible, which is really nice because I am a stay-at-home mom and also I do YouTube and I started up a little Etsy sticker shop. So like I'm pretty busy. So why I like to get ahead in classes is because I can't focus on school sometimes and I have to focus on my son. My son comes first. So I'm just taking my time with the classes and I don't think I'm gonna graduate in 3 years or 2.5 years, whatever the curriculum is, but I still am gonna try and finish this program. So I do have like a bunch of tips on how to not only like get ahead in classes, but it's also like a bunch of time management advice as well. So let's get started. So also just a little disclaimer, this is like based on my personal experiences with school. I have attended an on-ground like university for my bachelor's program and now I'm taking everything completely online for my master's. So your school may be different, but this is just my personal experiences with how my school provides their information for classes and stuff. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so for the first tip, if you guys are able to access your classes early, take advantage of that. So say your class starts on like August 7th, okay? And you're able to go into your class like 3 days early. Do that because it's important to prepare yourself, especially if you're a first-time student, first-time college student, or just a returning student. You want to be able to prepare yourself for these classes. Take a look at the layout, take a look at the assignments. Even though you haven't learned the material yet, you can mentally prepare yourself for what's to come and just to see like what the workload is gonna look like for the class. And then you can just see like what is expected of you as a student. Then the second tip, I recommend printing out your syllabus and course schedule. If your class provides that for you, definitely have a printed version because the syllabus and the course schedule has everything that you will need in order for you to succeed because it has a breakdown of assignments, grades, when everything is due, and then you can start preparing yourself for the semester. And the next tip is to prepare your calendar. So if you guys don't have a planner, definitely get a planner. So when I prepare my calendar, I make sure I write down every single major event, any obligations, responsibilities that are personal to you. This isn't like school related things. This is like your personal life events. So if you have like say a birthday, one day you're going out of town, a weekend, make sure to put that in because it is important for when you want to get ahead in your courses. Say you want to go out of town for a weekend. You want to get ahead in homework assignments so you don't have to worry about doing any schoolwork during that time away. You know what I mean? Write down all that personal, social events, and then also write down all of your school assignments. This is a given because you need to know when everything is due so you won't get like penalized for late submissions and all of that. And then next you're gonna want to set up your weekly schedule to see your time availability. So this is key. You wanna know your time availability and your weeks will never look the same. So you really wanna make sure to set up a weekly schedule so you know like how much time you have available for studying or to like crank out a paper or anything like that. And then on each day of the week, you wanna map out any available time that you'll have. For me personally, the only time that I have available is during my son's nap time and at night after I put him down for bed. And also, for example, if you guys have all your classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then you'll probably have more time availability on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. You just want to know what your time availability is because I will explain in the next tip, which is to check out your homework assignments because based on your own ability, you know how you are, you know if it takes you longer to read or write a paper or just to like focus. Taking a look at your assignments will give you that kind of mental preparation for knowing how much time are you going to need on this assignment and also how difficult is this assignment going to be, because obviously the more difficult the assignment, the more time consuming it's going to be. And for me, I take forever to write papers. I think it's like the perfectionist in me, and also like I can't focus for very long. So I know that for a paper, I will take an extremely long time to write it. So I keep that in mind when I'm like scheduling out times to work on the assignments. And you guys have probably heard this tip before too, is to break down your projects into smaller, more manageable tasks. But I don't know if you guys have heard of breaking down those tasks into sections of time. So for example, say you have to write like a 5-page paper, okay? So what I would personally do, I write like 1 or 2 paragraphs a day, and that's more manageable for me. And also I know that it takes me about like, say, 2 hours to crank like a paragraph or 2. So I know that I have a lot of time in the evening and it takes me a couple hours to write like a couple paragraphs. So I can spread those tasks amongst the time blocks that I have created for myself. Yeah, so this is like really big on getting ahead in classes, is just to know your time availability and know what blocks of time that you're able to work on assignments and readings. So I know like these tips are a lot of time management, but in order to get ahead in classes, you need to know when you can work on your assignments. So once you know your time blocks and your assignment difficulties, it is possible to start getting ahead on future homework assignments. So with all that information, that is like the foundation of time management for any classes. But for how I get ahead in my online classes, it's nice that online classes you see what's expected of you every week, and there's a structure to it. So knowing that, like I said, go into your classes if you have early access, because this is like one of the most important tips. Because every time I go in early to the class, I start planning out my assignments then. So for example, the first week of class really isn't that content heavy because it's more of an introductory week. So this is the time to get ahead in your homework assignments. I know no one wants to do like homework before class actually starts, but if you know what is expected of you for that week, why not like start working on it and then turn it in early in the week? Once you do that, then you have the rest of that entire week to start on next week's homework. And that's what I've been doing since my first weeks of my courses are usually just like getting to know you post, maybe a discussion post and like a reply or something like that. It's very easy. So I already like have that done. And then once class starts, boom, I have my introductory post. And then once I'm done with that, I just move on to next week's study material. So I don't wait until the next week starts to actually do the homework assignments. I don't know about you, but it really motivates me to get ahead in these assignments, so I have those days off where I can do whatever I want with my family. I may work on homework like every single day for the first week, but then I can have the whole following week off because I already have the assignments ready to go, and then once the class starts, I'll just submit it and then I don't have to worry about it for the whole week. So that's how I personally get ahead in classes. I hope you guys learned something new from this video. I know that it may not be applicable to like all students depending on what school you go to, but if you are in a similar situation as I am, then I hope this is truly helpful for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Okay, bye guys!